Watch the phone, or the, whatever it's called.
Hi there, can I take your order, please?
Medium ice cap?
Is that everything?
No.
Medium ice cap, is that all? Nope.
Didn't even give me a chance.
Delicious.
So first off, who in their right mind asked questions? Said, hey, why don't you ask your dad things?
So I was asking people for video ideas, and somebody said you should ask your dad questions. Yeah, but these aren't like your
human. Oh, so they're not normal. Great, that sounds like my dad.
The first question.
Yes.
Were you excited to have a girl, or did you want 2 boys? And
nope,
why?
It was actually 1 boy, 1 girl.
Why?
Believe it or not, in that order.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
That's why we're just because I did. There was no why. Well, it's 2 boys. You've already got 2 boys. Like, I grew up with 3 brothers, 3 older brothers, so I'm the youngest. Mm-hmm. And when we were deciding to have kids, it definitely wanted to have 1 of each. That was just always what we wanted. So very lucky that way.
Fair enough. The second question was, how would you describe...
The dog's driving.
What?
Nothing. I saw that dog's head sticking out. I go, wow, he's driving the car.
The next one is, how would you describe me?
You?
Yeah, like an elevator pitch.
What?
Have you not heard of that term?
No. Elevator
pitch?
Elevators are straight up and down. They don't have a pitch.
No, so you describe somebody in the length of the time it would take to ride an elevator. It's very short. You've never heard of this?
Never heard of that.
Good start.
I know. You're determined as long as you figure out what you want to do, but it takes you a very long time to get your ass going to get doing what you want to do. You don't like hurting people.
Yeah.
You think of others more than yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if the sport ball is smaller than your head, you're bad at the game. If you're bigger than your head, you're good at the game.
Basketball, volleyball, bowling.
Rugby.
Rugby.
Football. Yeah.
Does football count though?
Bowling. Well, the points of it are technically bigger than your head, but you never played it at school and stuff. But when we played in the backyard, when we played in the backyard, when everyone played, you were good at it. So yeah, I'm counting it. And plus, if I asked you to do a button hook at 10, you knew what I was talking about.
That's true. What is the one thing you're most proud of me for?
Winning nationals.
Yeah?
Especially down to the last game. Yep. Absolutely.
Why is that?
What do you mean, why is that? You just became Canadian champ. Plus, you battled and you were like losing ground drastically on the last day because Corinne Bouchard, she was lighting it up. So you knew the pressure was on, but you got down to the last frame and you held on to it and you won. So yeah, for sure.
I thought you were going to say Team Canada.
No, not Team Canada. Because you made Team Canada.
Yeah.
You didn't bowl as well as you could have during the Team Canada.
Like in Mexico?
No.
To make the team.
To make the team. I wasn't in Mexico, so I can't say anything with that. I'm just getting messages. Hey, we saw a shooting. Hey, tacos down here suck.
The bronze medal, though.
The bronze medal was pretty cool. You winning Bowler of the Year next year was also cool, but that was the same time you also didn't get selected on the team, and everyone's trying to congratulate you. So that was a bit of a
bittersweet situation.
Yes.
What's your biggest bowling accomplishment? I think I know, but the people want to know.
I represented Canada in Venezuela in 1986. I finished 9th in the world, and the other accomplish I could put on that list is that I held the junior singles record at the CTF Nationals from 1986 all the way until Mitch Houpe broke it, and I actually got to watch him break it. I had a 279, and that's when he shot his 300 as a junior.
Do we both have records? Well, I currently do.
Yeah, I no longer have a record.
Oh.
Currently editing this. This is where this video takes a turn. Everything becomes very chaotic. So enjoy.
Intermission gas, Tiffany's a rocket. Doesn't care who's up, and in the car said no.
Currently, Tiffany's in the store right now. Because halfway through this little interview that they were doing, her camera suddenly said her disk was full. She has no files on it, and it's 64 gigs, and this was better an option than just starting over from scratch. She was going to bring her laptop, just in case there was an issue, but she said, yeah, there shouldn't be a problem. That's called karma. It looks like some form of transactions going on. Yeah, it looks like she's picking up a disc anyway, so that's good. She's gonna give her a receipt. It says thanks. Tell her her open light's not on. Well, it doesn't say it's open.
We're back.
Go ahead, Tiff.
Is that a grass llama? Yep.
That is a grass lawn.
Your biggest bowling regret.
Okay, this.
Oh no.
This might be
Controversial.
not controversial, but it's a regret now. I didn't regret it then. How's that? Okay. Back in 1986, they were trying to get Olympics into 10-pin bowling, and they were really close. Because of that, and because I was doing very well at the time, the thoughts of going to the Olympic Games was actually an option. When I went to go to Venezuela, it's because I won the Canadian Championship at the for CTF. Because I won the Canadian Championship, I qualified for the TSN Pins game. That was a tournament that was going on with TSN, where they paid you per frame on how you did in the games, and I qualified for it. I turned it down because as soon as you earn money, you could not compete for the Olympics. Now, it would have been cool to actually be on TV and stuff and bowl under the lights and have that experience, because as soon as I decided that I was not going to do that anymore, then the guy who came, because they were taking the top two, the guy who came third got to go. He was from Saskatchewan. I remember that. I can't remember his name though. But he got to go, and it was cool. He said, loved the experience. Right after that, they yanked bowling from the Olympics, so it didn't happen. So if there was any regret, I wish I went to the Pins game, so I at least had the opportunity to bowl under TV lights. You didn't know that, did you?
Nope.
No.
Who was easier to coach, Greg or myself, and why?
You were easy to coach because you just listened. This is outside of bowling also. You've always had the knack of sitting back, watching Greg either do good or bad things, and deciding which to do after he did it. So when you noticed that we would say things to him or stuff like that, you would actually learn from that. So any of the hard things that I had to do with Greg, with bowling or outside of bowling, you already learned from that part. So as far as teaching bowling, you were much easier.
I'm the best. If you didn't have kids, what would you be doing and where would you be living?
I probably still would have worked at Toyota and probably still been living in town now, because Nana is still with us, and we're staying in town, and we're not moving away at all. So it wasn't really a kid's thing. Now, having said that, we did spend a lot of money on you guys with bowling and stuff like that. Yeah. So maybe we might have had more toys or a bigger house or stuff like that, but that wasn't really, yeah.
This question made me laugh.
Uh-oh.
If I was a type of cereal, what cereal would I be?
Frosted Flakes.
Why?
No. Hang on. I gotta
Are you
that.
saying I'm flaky? What are you trying to say?
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stay with the Frosted Flakes, but not for the flaky part. It's consistent yet reliable. Okay? It's like, I just want a cereal that's nothing fancy, nothing big. But you know what? Frosted Flakes, it still does. It's okay. It's good.
It's great.
What's that, Tony the Tiger?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you were a cereal, you'd be the one with the dried fruit? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Maybe Vector. Is he turning left where he's not supposed to?
Probably.
Oh.
Breaking the law. If you were a Marvel character, who would you be and why?
I never get road rage.
I don't either. That sounds like
It's a toss-up between Hulk. I can't think of probably Hulk.
why?
Probably just because, well, he's a scientist and I like all the smart things and stuff. But yeah, just eventually, even though good save. Even after all the sciencey things and all that, you figure out the only thing to fix it is just break it. Smash. And now they're mini putt.
Okay.
Tiff wants to go mini putting.
I do.
We're not doing it today. Actually, would you be good at mini putt?
Yeah.
You suck at golf.
Mini putt. I'm great.
Just because it's two-dimensional, or?
There's a lot of obstacles. I can just...
You ever been on a golf course? The entire freaking course is an obstacle.
No, but like all of the obstacles that you can use as like a rebound. I'm good at bouncing the ball off of things to get it into the hole. If it's like an open like green, it's game over.
Last question.
At what moment did you drink the most alcohol because of something I did or Greg did?
Not once.
Really?
Not once. I have never drank. No, it's serious. I am not one to drink over stress or concern or to forget problems. I've never done that for anyone. Any problems, any like this. I'll drink because I've had a great time and I'll have a bunch of drinks or whatever. Or I've drank too much because it's summer out, I'm thirsty as hell, and I'm just drinking not even thinking of it. But no, not once I ever drank because of I'm pissed off. Not once. That is not what I drink for.
Dang. So if that was a no, I'm going to change the question.
Okay.
What's the thing you've been the most mad at that either Greg or I did?
Oh, easy, Greg.
There we go.
Most mad at. The room that you're currently staying in right now
Yep.
used to be a bar / poker / games room where I had a bunker pool for a little bit, but that didn't work out. But I had dartboards and the poker table was in there and I had a little bar in the corner. Mikey was over.
My cousin.
Yeah, that's your cousin Mike. He and Greg were over and they decided that they're going to play darts. Now, the dartboard is normally the target, but I got into the room and noticed all of my posters that I had up, and most of the walls had dart holes all over the entire room. Completely, basically disrespecting my room. I did not cause any physical disharm to his backside that I could have easily, but I knew legally that to conform within the...
Please try again.
Please try again?
Okay, go.
And to conform with social laws, I guess. The only thing that I was required to have in his room was a place for him to sleep. So I basically stripped his entire room down to just the mattress, even the box spring and the frame out of the room. And just his mattress was on the floor, and that was it. And I explained to him why, the scenario. And yeah, that's probably the most outrageous angry I was ever been in my life.
I remember that.
Yeah. See, and you learned from that.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
Wasn't funny at the time. And no, I didn't have a drink that night either.
Well, that's all the questions. If you want to see this again, send us your questions in the comments or on Instagram. Do you have anything to say?
No. I'm almost out of coffee.
Well,
And I'm currently doing 25K over the speed limit, so I gotta slow down.
gotta go.